Sony has now become well known for funding different types of games that might not even be commercial successes. Things like Heavy Rain, Journey, Puppeteer are all fantastic in their own right, and they're always refreshing to play. It really puts into perspective why Tearaway exists in the first place. Sony purchased Media Molecule for this reason. Tearaway may not find commercial success or help the struggling platform that is the PS Vita, but it will be different. A good different. This is one of the most interesting games I've played in a long time. You play as either Iota or a toy, whoever you choose. Tearaway is about delivering a message, the message being Iota or a toy. But they're not the only protagonists. In fact, you are also a protagonist. Tearaway uses the PlayStation Vita's front and rear-facing cameras constantly, and the game centers around blending your reality with theirs. You are referred to as a you, and you can often see yourself in the center of the sun. You are guiding Iota through this journey, helping him deliver this message. In all honesty, the game speaks in many metaphors, and nothing is ever truly clear to you. A lot is left up to how you want to interpret it, almost as a way of making you think of how you can relate to it. And in many ways you can. It sounds cliche, and it is, but if you really try and think and invest yourself in the idea of this game, it can be something really special. Gameplay is interesting because it takes everything you normally don't like using on the PS Vita system and it makes it worth using. The game was built around back touch, front touch, the cameras, microphone, and the accelerometer. You use the buttons and sticks for regular third-person actions like moving, picking up objects, throwing objects, jumping, the usual, but the environment will often require you to use the Vita's extra functions. Swiping around the back touchpad will pierce a finger through the front of the screen that can directly impact Iota's world. You can move the Vita to shift certain platforms. You will often take pictures of yourself and then find your face stickied around the world. These are just some of the few things you'll be finding yourself doing, but they don't feel annoying at all. This is what the game was built around. It's not like Uncharted or Killzone where they feel unnatural and unneeded. There's honestly too many moments to count where I thoroughly laughed at how cool a certain gameplay scenario was. At one moment you have to draw a snowflake, and then afterwards the whole level will have snowfall with your creation. A moose asked me to give him color, so I took a picture of cheetah print, and then he looked so good that other mooses copied his fur because he was trend-setting. But the game isn't just filled with trivial, funny things, there's a lot of fantastic platforming, and even a heap of enemies to face. It's really not much of a challenge, but that's not really what it's about. It's the journey there that you're playing for. One obvious thing that Tearaway nails out of the park is its art style and overall creativity. This game looks magnificent. Everything is paper-crafted with bright, beaming colors. There's a ton of collectibles in the game, and some of them actually reward you with paper crafting plans that you can make to actually use in real life. What I especially like is some of the finer detail, like stepping on some creased paper that then flattens out, or flowers in the game that will only move when you do. The world of Iota is just so finely cut, pasted, and folded together. There are some things Tearaway does wrong. The camera I found to be extremely frustrating. It is fixed in some locations and isn't at others, which can cause a heap ton of headaches when you're trying to readjust or understand what you can and can't look at. Aside from that, the game itself is relatively short, and after collecting everything, which doesn't take that long, there's not much else to do. Which kind of backtracks to what I said earlier. There is no challenge here, it's about the journey, so one playthrough really doesn't take you that long. Tearaway is the kind of game I will now be using in conversations where I tell people I really enjoy games that are different. It's nice to see the PlayStation Vita get a game that really demonstrates that gimmicky features can be used for something extraordinarily memorable. And that's exactly what Tearaway is.